Maybe that worked. Did it? Am I live? Yes, I am live. Yo, no way. Alright, well that was kind of a little tricky, but hey, we got it. Got it to go. Okay. Well, see if anyone joins here. While that's happening though, I am going to play some Among Us, you know, just pineapple. Alright, I'll wait for the host. Okay. Nice. Onion freeze? Weird. Oh. That was weird. Kind of froze, but okay. Try it again. Try this again. Oh man. Just chilling. We're just chilling. Hopefully some people come over. Let's see. Oh, we got 4? I haven't streamed in a long time. Holy. If anyone's watching though, give me a yo in the chat. Give me a yo. Is that right? Hey, how's it going? We're just relearning how to play Among Us. I haven't played in forever, but I was watching I saw like a video on I think TikTok about it, and I was like, yo, I used to rock Among Us all the time. Why not? So we have a huge snowstorm right now in Ontario. I literally went to work for like 30 minutes, and then they're like, "Yeah, we're just gonna close the store because like everybody else called in because they couldn't get to work." I think it's like almost 2 feet of snow now. Pretty crazy. Where do I have to go? I always do this. I just start like walking around, like, yeah, I'm just gonna check out the place. Playing with friends? No. I'm just playing alone. No, honestly, I just like came on, see if anyone wanted to discuss some stuff, chat, chill. I'm just vibing, playing some Among Us. Yeah. No pressure or anything. No pressure. Oh yeah, so basically, literally, like, I had to walk to the subway station this morning, and it was insane. Like, literally, I had snow up to my, like knees almost. The subway wasn't that bad, though, because it's underground, I guess. But, yeah, so I got to the store. We opened for, like, literally maybe, I would say, like, 20 minutes. And then, literally, my supervisor's like, yeah, we're just gonna head out. Like, this is just stupid. Like, nobody came in this, there was nobody in the mall. And, like, I work at, like, one of the busiest malls in the city. So, like, yeah, it's, even though we're kind of in, like, a part lockdown now, like, all restaurants are closed again because of the new Omicron variant. Alright, I totally forgot what this O2 was. O2, okay. Yeah, literally. Oh, yeah. Honestly, though. Oh, here it is. Okay. Yeah, people are not feeling it today, I'll tell you that. But that's okay. It's all good. But still wearing my fave sweater for work too. Oh, it's not a hoodie. It's kind of like a collared sweater. Like, it has like there's no hoodie on it, but it kind of like, it has like the zipper, the zipper. But yeah, no, it's from Pink though. I wear it for work a lot. It's one of my favorites, and we have a ton of different like colors and stuff. Like, I want to get that. We have like this like green tie-dye one I want to get. We also have like just the kind of the standard colors. Like, there's like a white one, black one, blue one. Yeah, like they're pretty cool. I want to get some more. That's literally my problem. Like you start working at Pink, and then you just buy the whole store. Oh yeah, I should probably chat. He's where? Thank you. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I'll skip. I don't really know who it was. No. What am I doing? I was just doing my job. Oh. What can I type? Hey. Hey, how's it going? Waffles for days. Honestly, though, my friend made me some sick waffles a couple days ago with this, like, she does this, like, homemade raspberry sauce. Bam. That stuff was bomb. Hey, welcome everyone that just joined. Feel free to ask me any questions or anything, you know, discuss anything, you know. If you need any advice? I don't know. I want to defend myself, but for some reason I can't respond. Oh yeah, literally. This guy's gonna vote for me. Well, I think I'm gonna be out. Damn it. I can't find out. It won't let me type. No. Weird. Yeah, hopefully. I don't know, I'm having like a glitch or something right now, and I'm not able to type. Well, it's kind of annoying, because now everyone's gonna vote me out. I'm not sus. I'm not sus. I don't even know. Well, I'm just gonna go with what you said there. So weird. Well, let me type. Yeah. Yeah. Check the controls here. C to chat, lobby chat. Yeah. Yeah, well, at least, you know, at least we're all chill here. We're figuring it out. Damn it! It's not me! And I can't even defend myself. Well. Yeah, honestly, a good point. Because I have played with friends where it's on, like, Discord, you know, right? Like, yeah, I wasn't the imposter. It's totally that guy, though. Yeah, weird. I gotta figure out why this is not letting me. Yo? No? That's okay. Well, that's, interesting. Interestingly enough. Oh, well. Yeah, what's everyone up to today? Before a bunch of people came in, I was talking about how we have like a giant snowstorm going on right now here. I literally went into work for 30 minutes and then they were like, yeah, we're just gonna close the store because everybody else called in except for you. So I've just been like hanging. Thought I would chat with some homies. You know what I mean? Yeah, what's everyone up to? What's everyone doing? Oh, wow. Ended up winning in the end. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, well. It's being weird, so we're just gonna quit that for now. Yeah, it's so strange that I can't type. I can't type. That's okay. Hey, we can just talk. We can just chill and talk. Here, I'll adjust this real quick. Let's put this guy. Bro, now I'm big. Yeah. Alright, now I'll turn off this guy here. Yep. Not much. No, that's cool. Honestly. A chill Monday. All good. All good. No worries at all. Yeah, welcome. Welcome. Oh my gosh. Thanks for watching all my videos, guys. Watch any anime? I haven't in a long time, to be honest. I used to watch a bunch. I used to be into, like, yeah, of course, like, you know, Sword Art Online, High School DxD, like, that kind of stuff, the more, like, mainstream stuff. I used to also go to, like, oh, thank you. I used to go to, like, conventions and stuff. I have this one friend, his name's Amir. He's, like, really big into, like, conventions and, like, hosting parties at conventions. So we'd basically go to, like, you know, like, Anime Central in Chicago. We also went to one in Orlando as well. Holiday Matsuri. I don't know if anyone's heard of that. It's, like, yeah, they're all, like, anime conventions, basically. And he would, like, rent, like, a suite in the hotel and, like, have a party. So it was always pretty fun. I've been to a couple of those, but I haven't really been to any kind of conventions, obviously, since COVID hit and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I haven't really watched much anime. If anyone's got any, like, recommendations, though, because I do need stuff to watch, I gotta admit, you know? Yeah, like, I literally just finished the new F is for Family. That show's pretty good. And Big Mouth. Big Mouth was good, too. Naruto's the best. Yeah, no, Naruto's pretty good, too. That's the one that I've watched a bit of, too. I used to love Sword, though. I was, like, obsessed. Oh, no way. Congratulations. Holy, that's so awesome. Honestly, it's such, like, a good feeling, like, finally being out to everyone. Like, it's just such a relief, really. And, like, obviously some people will be kind of a little weird about it at the start, but usually I would say most people kind of, they figure it out. Like, they just go with it. Panty and stocking. Is that like a, is that a anime? Panty and stocking. Yeah. Cool. Alright, yeah, I'll check these out for sure. Demon Slayer. Nice. because I need stuff to watch, guys. Like, I need stuff to watch. Like, it's, you know, I do a lot of watching shows in my bed. That's like kind of my thing when I get home from work. So I always need stuff to watch. So anything like that, you know, leave it in the comments. Mm-hmm. Don't break your Switch. I'm a big Switch gamer too. I play. Not gonna lie, guys, I'm pretty good at Mario Kart. Like, you know, just saying, like, I'm one of those pros. I want to get like that the device you can use to stream like Switch and like, you know, console games and stuff. I have a friend that does that and like he's always telling me, yo, Japanese version, okay. Anime Monster? I've heard of that one. I have heard of that one. I've never watched it, but I had a friend that did recommend me that. Okay. Play Fortnite. Play Fortnite. Oh man, I haven't played Fortnite in forever. I don't even know if I have it still downloaded. I haven't played, honestly, like, gaming wise. Like, I play games sometimes, I guess. But I'm not really game master. Can you donate? Usually you can sign up for my Patreon, or I think there is like a Streamlabs link too. But thank you for that though. No pressure or anything though. Don't reopen. But, you know, thanks so much everybody for watching all my videos. Oh my gosh, you guys are so nice. How you guys always comment and stuff. Like, I just love seeing all that stuff. I'm always talking about it at work too. I'm like, oh, look what they said. Like, League? Oh, League. I don't have it downloaded, but that is a good thing. I could play League. I've played League a couple of times. Like, it's always been kind of a, you know, my friends just being like, can you just like stay at the base because you're just like so shit. Like, let's see if my come on, Steam. Why is Steam not working? My Steam. Weird. Okay, I guess my Steam is not working. Oh, that sucks. All right, we'll try something else here. Okay. Hey, that's what I do. That's what I'm meant for. It's those awkward intros. You gotta keep them real, yo. You gotta keep it real. Literally, you got to keep it real, and that's what I try to do. You know, keeping it real. But thank you. I don't know. Yeah. Is there any like other topics you guys want me to get into? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always looking for new topics and stuff too. Oh, thank you. I waffles for days. Subscribing. I don't know why I did that. It's like a. Just the 10-minute awkward intro. Whoa. Oh. Well, this is awkward. This is your awkward intro right here. As my hair gets stuck in my headphones. Ah. Ah. Man, that was. Ow. Ouchie. Oh yeah, no worries. You do you. Okay. Bye. Ow. Actually, I can't believe that's happened to my hair, but yeah. Okay. Uh, can't believe they sent me home. I was pretty excited for today, you know. I was on the sales floor today. Usually I'm at cash, so it's cool and I get to go on the sales floor. Yeah. Literally, yo. What is this? Like, mm, mm. Hey, how's it going? We're just hanging out. Oh, what happened? Like, do you have skirting your hair? Do you mean like I think I know what you're talking about. Probably like hairline dysphoria maybe. Uh, Honestly, like I don't. I feel like I kind of caught it early enough because like in my family like we do have a lot of like balding and stuff. Like people do bald. Um, but I think I caught it early enough, and when I did start hormones as well, it started kind of like growing back. So I have a lot of like baby hairs, especially in the front, like where it was starting to recede. But overall, when it comes to my hair, I don't really have that much dysphoria, I would say. Like, I do like it long, of course, but, you know, I don't know. I don't know if I would. Yeah, like, I did get lucky, though, that I caught it a little early, because, like, I do know, like, people who are very dysphoric of their hair because, like, they, you know, didn't catch it as early. Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Yeah, we're still here. We're still hanging out. Yes, perfect. Ah. Oh, thanks for commenting on that noise. That's good. But yeah, thanks for commenting on well, I guess voting in that poll. I was about neo pronouns because like honestly, like I'm not really like I don't really know much about neo pronouns, and I want to like learn more about it. Like just just to be a good ally. So it is interesting that nobody said they were exclusively using neo pronouns. There were a decent amount of people that use they them, and then also use a set of neo pronouns, which I can see. Like I can see that being a thing. Some people said they use like she, her, he, him, and neo pronouns, and I was like, nice. Yeah, changing it up. Have you started reading more as a female? Is that a goal for you? Um, yeah, this actually has happened a couple of times at work, depending on how I'm dressing. It's actually like, it's almost interesting too, because I think most of you guys do know I work at Victoria's Secret Pink, like a, you know, silk bras, panties, that kind of stuff. Um, but yeah, like depending on what I'm wearing, will like people want my help more or less. So like I find like sometimes if I'm so like we'll have someone at the front, right? That's kind of like the sales safety person. Basically, it's the person that tells people to just stay 6 feet apart, put on a mask, that kind of stuff. And then it's like, oh, what are you looking for? Like, oh, maybe we can help you, like an associate to help you out, and then convince them to do a measurement. Like that's really what it is. Um, yeah, I guess so. Yeah. But yeah, like so, what was I saying? Oh yeah, yeah. So like, if I'm at the front and I'm like welcoming people into the store, And if I'm wearing like, like just like a flannel and like a pair of like, pants or whatever, like people won't want my help as much compared to if I'm wearing like, like a t-shirt dress, or I'm wearing like, like a really some like feminine clothes or something like that. Like people will want my help more. When it comes to people actually like using she her pronouns for me, like strangers using that, it has happened a couple of times, but there actually also has been a couple of times where people have used they them for me too. Like people will be like, they'll be like, yeah, no, like I mean they, and I'm like, I don't even know you, but that was dope. Like, so a lot of people do that as well. Um, yeah, I guess all pronouns would be neopronouns besides he, because he's the first. I thought they was the first. Um, I thought it was like a thing like like back hundreds of years ago, like everybody used they them for everyone, and then they came up with these he and she, and then like they them was left behind, and like now it's coming back over the last like I'd say like 10, 5 years. But I might be wrong though. I think someone told me that one time. But yeah, no, thinking about that, yeah, I guess he was the first pronoun then. I would rather use they them if English was a main language in my country, but Dutch they. Oh yeah, that's actually a good point. I never really thought about that much. Like I guess in other languages, like they don't have like, well, they might have a gender neutral pronoun, but a lot probably wouldn't. That's interesting though. Like I never really thought about that. Like I guess because it's like the they them battles only like the English language battle, and there's actually other battles in other countries and languages too. Oh, okay, okay. They is 13th century. Oh, look at you, got the facts there. Yeah, I'm still waiting for someone at work to use they them as well, so like I can jump on, like I can get involved, because like I feel like I'm left out sometimes, like like everybody uses she her, and then I'm like, yo, they them team, so I never actually get to use they them in like context really, unless I'm like talking about myself, but you know it's not the same. Like that's why I want another they themer at my work, so I can describe them with they them, because I love using they them singular for people. Like I think it sounds so cool. Honestly though, like I think like a lot of people kind of overthink it. They're like, oh, it just like doesn't sound right. I'm like, what do you mean it doesn't sound right? It sounds great. It sounds cooler than he or she really. Chinese. Nice. In the end, like I get it, for a lot of people it is kind of a tricky concept to really grasp, but I find it's one of those you just gotta like throw yourself out there and do it, and then like one day you don't think about it anymore. Because it really happened for me one time. Like like I'd used they them for people in the past, but I haven't really like used it a lot besides like online or just like chatting or whatever. Um, but yeah, like my one friend came into work one time. It was like an old friend from like middle school days, and she was telling me about like my one friend who uses they them, and we started talking about them, and then I started just using they them, and like after that conversation I was like, oh, I got this now. Like it almost is like it just clicks in the mind, and like I feel like a lot of people are like scared to like get over that hurdle, and that's why it's like, oh, like I just don't understand, like they them, it's just like so like it doesn't make sense, and then it's like they're like, oh yeah, when's the pizza gonna be here, and they're like, they're coming now, and you're like, what the like, dude, you just did it. Like, but yeah, that is weird. You did, I remember, I think I saw your comment too. That is weird. Like, but like I feel like that might have been like kind of almost like a diss to the non-binary community, like, or were they actually like serious about it? Like they're serious about using like the N word as their pronouns. Yeah, no worries. See you later. We're just chilling. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, no, that is a weird thing. Yeah, some people just like to, I don't know, like they just like to target non-binary people, gender neutral people for like pronouns, and it's like, guys, like, I don't understand, like, cause like I feel like the best example is like, you go into a job and let's say your name is like, Stephanie, and you want to be called Steph, and then you're like, someone says, "Hey, Stephanie," it's like, "Hey, I'd rather you just call me Steph." Like nobody's gonna be like, "Oh, well, I just like don't really understand how I can do." Like it's like no, like it's not that hard. It's not that hard to accommodate people. Hmm. Literally, exactly. Like it's almost like people overthink it now, I think. Like people overthink the whole they them thing. It's like, "Oh, like, like and it sucks to say, but like I feel like, some people like they avoid non-binary and gender non-conforming people because they don't want to like walk around on eggshells thinking like, if they make one mistake, like we're gonna be offended, but like, you know, mistakes happen. Like it's not can't be perfect. Like like for example, me, like I talk pretty masculine. Like, if you're talking to me on the phone, you actually use he or whatever, like to describe me. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, "Wow, you should have known. Should have known." just just drinking a coffee online in the UK. Yeah, yeah, it's I don't know. It's one of those things that like I just don't understand people that like are so focused on just like literally invalidating trans and non-binary people. It's like, dude, like, do you have nothing else to do with your life? Like, Mama, oh my god, I know. People just that's the other thing too is like that's what I find as well with like pets. It's like like people will do that. Yeah, they'll misgender pets and then feel so bad. And I'm like, you could have just used they, them, and like, because that's what I always do now. Like, there's a bunch of dogs that always come into work, and like, I'll be like, what's their name? Arca? Arca? No, I haven't heard of them. I'm on Wikipedia now. Let's check it out. Arca. Maybe I've heard one of their songs. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'll have to check them out for sure. They're really cool. Arca. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Igor. Hooking me up with some Arca. Gender discrimination in the workplace. Good question. Yeah. When it comes to um, my coworkers and that kind of stuff, no, not at all. Like my coworkers are like awesome. Like everybody's like super accepting and validating, and everybody like uses my pronouns and like and also is really good at it. Like like they're like pros. Um, Now, when it comes to like gender, just like I haven't really experienced anyone being straight out mean to me. I would say, based around how I was looking or something like that. Like I do work downtown, and like it's pretty liberal, so like I've never really had to deal with that. But something that I have dealt with a lot is some people refuse my help, thinking that I'm not knowledgeable. So like what I mean by that is, for example, I'll be, on the sales floor, and in the radio or the walkie-talkie or whatever, I'll get like, hey, someone's looking for a measurement. Like, they're looking for a measurement, and they're looking for some like recommendations of like styles of bras and stuff like that. And like they'll be like straight up like needing help from someone, and then I'll be like, okay, sounds good, and I'll go up to them, and then you can even tell like it's like, hey, I heard you guys were looking for some help. Do you need any help? And they'll be like, oh, I don't want any help. And then like 5 minutes later, they're trying to like almost bother the other associate that's busy with another customer because like she's a like a female, thinking that the other associate would know more than me because I'm not biologically female, and like, oh, I don't get it, like I wouldn't get bras. And it's like I like in the end, like I find that concept so stupid too. Like I don't understand why people have that logic, because let's say you go to like a men's like suit shop, and there's a woman working there, not an issue at all. Nobody blinks an eye. Everybody's like, "Oh, that's so awesome." And then somehow, like, I don't know, like someone who's not a woman working at like a mainly women's clothing shop, like women's underwear, that kind of stuff, and it's like somehow like they don't know anything. Like, "Oh no, you wouldn't know anything." Like, so, but that does happen a decent amount. There has also been times where I've been at the front, which is basically where you ask like something like, hey, what are you guys looking for today? Anything in specific you're looking for. And there has been a couple of times where like people will refuse to tell me because they're almost like they think it's awkward because like they perceive me as a boy, and it's like, okay, I work at the shop though. Like I don't understand how that's inappropriate. Like, so that has happened as well. There's been a couple of times where like there's been customers that have been like almost cheesed about it, like because I'll be like, oh yeah, what are you looking for? They're like, oh, I'll just ask someone when I get in there. And I'm like, oh, okay, like what are you looking for? Like I'll just get an associate to find that for you. And then they're like, can I just go in? And I'm like, okay, like this is weird. Like, okay, bro. Like, but I when it comes to like actually like people like like saying mean things to me or something like that, that hasn't actually happened. But some customers will avoid me because they think I'm not as knowledgeable, which is not true at all. Like honestly, I know a lot more than most of the seasonal workers there. Um, let's see, other workplace rules in Canada. If someone did start working there, and delivery continue to maliciously misgender you. Yes, yeah, there is I believe the Ontario Human Rights Code. Yeah, I think Chris is right. Yeah, like, there is like protection under like gender identity and gender expression. So even if you didn't agree with non-binary genders and the gender spectrum, like you'd still have to respect me, which and like I understand, like some people do have that opinion, like, oh, there's only two genders, like, oh no, like, but sorry, bro, you still gotta be nice to people, and that's where I get confused with some people like that will deliberately misgender someone because they're like I find that stupid. Like I'm like, man, like don't you just want to be nice to someone? Like, those people, literally, yo. Because like I'm the only AMAB person that works at the store. Everyone else is a woman, like cis woman, like um, yeah, like goes with their assigned sex at birth that thing. Yeah, yeah. So like it is a little different. Don't get me wrong though, there are a lot of customers that actually prefer working with me because like I'm just kind of funny. Like so like yeah, I have had customers been like, "Oh, it's so awesome seeing you working here. Like you make my day every single time I come here, you know, because like there's a lot of regulars and stuff. People that literally will come like, you know, every month to buy new stuff. Especially like panties because we do get a lot of new panties and stuff, and like that's a big thing for a lot of people. Like they like to change it up during seasons and stuff like that. So there are a lot of people that do come into the store and they do enjoy working with me, but I find it's a lot of like mother and daughters. Like the mother won't want me to help because like somehow it's inappropriate and like okay like I'm a professional like but yeah, I find it's a lot of mother and daughters won't really want my help, and then sometimes if it's like sometimes like if it's just like a single person, they won't want my help, but I would say like there's a majority of the time, especially like the younger demographic, like they love it. Like they're like, "What? You work here? Oh my god!" Okay, what are we saying here? Are you able to put an X on your passport in Canada? I probably just rejected a petition for it, saying it was too complex. Yeah, we do have that. We do have the X on our passports. From what I heard though, I want to get it done one day for sure. I'm just kind of waiting till all this like we kind of have this weird lingo period going on right now where like a lot of stuff has been because like you know we had the vaccine passports for a bit. We had like yeah, ID was really important in Canada, so I'm just waiting till all this kind of COVID stuff is done, hopefully, and it's a lot more easier, so I don't have any of those troubles. Because a lot of people had troubles with like they would change their ID markers and their genders, and then you know their vaccine passport wouldn't work. But yeah, you can do that. The only thing from what I've heard is if you travel to different countries, they might ask you what your biological sex is. So, you know, for some people that might make them very dysphoric. Me, like I don't really doesn't really bother me, but like yeah, that is a thing. Like they don't. Not every country will recognize it, but it is recognized in Canada though. Thank you. Yeah. Here in Idaho, I got more hell of being. Oh wow. No, that's actually a really good point. Sarah, hopefully I'm saying your name right. Is it a Nancy? A Nancy? But you know, that's a really good point. Like, especially bringing up like you know non-binary people of color because I like I honestly believe they get the most discrimination 100%, like from what I've seen in like the media and just in like in life and stuff like that. Yeah, like that's what we really got to look out for, our non-binary and gender neutral people of color, because they're very important to the community, and you know like they deal with a lot of hate, so that's why I always got their back. You know what I'm saying? Like always got their back. Cause like like I'm gonna like I am think like you know like I do have an advantage being a white person for sure when it comes to being non-binary. Like I obviously don't deal with as much discrimination for sure. So yeah, that's why. Um. Oh, you guys are going hard. Okay. I gotta catch up. A Nancy? Oh, okay. I actually really like that name too. A Nancy. Uh, no, wow. That's crazy. Moonshine. Wow. That's that's just nuts. I don't know, some people in this world. Big thing. That's ridiculous. Yeah, we're gonna comment on this once a customer complained to corporate that my button, basically like one of those like pronoun buttons, was too political. That is the oh my god, like that actually kind of pisses me off. That is stupid. like that's why I'm very fortunate to be working at Pink, because they do kind of push me to do that kind of stuff. Like even during Pride Month in June, like I'm totally gonna be wearing a pin, like gonna be wearing like trans rights or human rights, that kind of stuff. Like totally wear that kind of merch, because like it's just so important. And yes, someone saying that it's too political is utterly ridiculous. It's not political at all. It's something to affirm, like to make sure you're using the right pronouns. How is that political? I don't know. Like I feel like just in the last like couple of years, just like you see all this stuff about like trans athletes, kids transitioning. The transgender community has gotten very political, and there's like two sides to it, and it's like the thing I don't understand about all that stuff is like it's literally like we're just living life. That's it. We're just living life. I don't understand why there's a huge deal behind oh, it's not right. It's not biologically right. Like, who cares? Like, who cares? It's nobody's trying to convince like someone that's against non-binary and the trans community. It's like nobody's trying to convince you to transition. Thank you. And that's a big thing too. Like, I feel like some people, they almost think that like our community is like trying to convince everyone like, oh, everybody's trans, everybody's this. It's like, no, like I would never try to push like someone to transition, like, oh well, you like this so maybe you're trans. Like, no, it's about feeling yourself. Like, I don't even really like using the word transition. It's more just like living your true self. That's what I like saying. Just gotta live your true self. uh, yeah, racial. Yeah, literally. Ah, hey, one day, guys. One day, one day, I think it'll just be like normalized. You use they them for someone until they tell you what their preferred pronouns are, and like I don't understand that. How it's a hard thing for people to grasp, and it's like it's changing things. It's like it isn't really changing anything. Like it's more affirming in the end. Like it totally, and it also takes out all those mistakes of like accidentally misgendering someone, even like someone that's cis, like like a girl wearing like an oversized hoodie and think they're a dude by accident. You say, oh, he over there, like I don't know, like something like that, and it's like, oh, I actually use she, and like that's why I think the mainstream it should be use they them, and then someone tells you their pronouns, and then you go with that. And that's kind of what I try to go with. That's my procedure of pronouns. mm, yeah, good point. Actually, transition makes it sound like there's an end point. Yeah, that's actually a really good point. Honestly, yeah, and it really is a lifelong process, and I do feel like yeah, like that's another thing too that I like talking about is a lot of people think that like when you come out as trans or you transition and you basically have done everything to transition, it's like somehow you're 100% happy, like yeah, that was it, like like, and it's like no, like you spend your whole life like trying to figure out who you actually are, like your style, your personality, that kind of stuff, like, and yeah, that's why yeah, like transition, like I feel like it's just kind of a weird term, like it just doesn't really fit totally, because like yeah, like transitioning is like a lifelong thing, like it is like of course like you technically could be done transitioning if you looked at it as from like all the stuff you're doing, but still a lifelong thing. You're still finding yourself. Like, obviously, your pronouns could change over a couple of years, something like that. Like, Mm, hey, welcome everybody that just joined. Thanks so much for chilling. We're just hanging out. We're just having some discussions about gender and transitioning and how people like take stuff way too seriously when it's like, wow, people just let people live their own life. But that's what I deal with. That's what we deal with, guys. But we'll make it through. the amount of non-binary representation that's really been going on, it's getting stronger and stronger. So worth it. I think it's, give it a couple of years. Couple of years. That's all we need. 5 years. What do you got here? Yeah. Yeah, literally. That is a lot of what transphobia is. Yeah, lack of understanding for sure. Um, I do feel like, yeah, like that's what a lot of transphobia comes from 100%. Like, yeah, like a lot of people don't really understand. And that's the thing that I really don't understand with the whole thing too. Is like, cause I have encountered people like that. Like, I just don't get it. Like, why would you want to do that? Like, why would you want to put your body through that? And it's like, the reason why you don't get it is you're not trans. That's literally it. Like, that is the main concept. It's like you wouldn't get it because you're not trans. It's, like for example, someone that isn't trans, like let's say they're AMAB and they're, like they assign with being a man. It's like, they're gonna put on a dress and they're gonna like not like it. They're gonna like literally want to get that thing off like real quick, and it's because they're just not trans. And like then like the main thing is just like people have different experiences with life and what they enjoy. uh, yeah, that's actually a good point too. Ratcheting Clank. Everyone's life, yeah, literally everyone's life is a transition. Like that's a good point. Like because everyone does change. And everyone really thought it like that. Like you look at pictures of people like the people are doing that like 10-year thing or whatever, and like people look way different. Like they have different styles and all that kind of stuff. So like technically that is transitioning. Like the only difference is like like some people choose to medically transition, but not everybody does, right? And that doesn't change your validation or anything. Yeah, good point actually. Uh, Across and over the beyond. Hmm, that's actually a good one. I'm gonna start using that now. If someone asks me if I'm gonna ask them if I regret having children, if they regret having children. Oh my gosh, that's actually a good point. Literally is so true though, because like that's another thing too. Is like, like people try to like throw the detransitioners thing at you, and it's like if you look at the actual like evidence and stuff, it's literally under 1% of people detransition. But the issue is it's one of those things where like the media pushes it more. I find so you search detransitioners on YouTube and you'll get a bunch of different videos, but it's like in the end like that's only 50 videos. Like that's 50 people out of like the millions of people that transition. Like yeah, no, that's a big thing too. The whole detransitioning thing, and like people like, oh, you're gonna regret it. Like you see all these detransitioners nowadays, and it's like, yeah, of course some people are gonna mess up and like maybe think they're trans then go back, but for the most part, like it's a big thing. Like most people aren't gonna. Mm, yeah, no, honestly, yeah, and that's a really good point as well. Like every transition is different, and that's a thing that I have been trying to educate people about, because a lot of people still do believe in the whole, oh, when you having the surgery, when you having the surgery, like, oh, you gonna do that, oh, you gonna like it's very, like, I get it. Like, I really do get it when people are interested in that kind of stuff, especially cis people, because they're sitting there being like, I would never do that. So it's just interesting that someone would do that. And I don't think they're doing it out of, like, being a jerk. Like, most people aren't trying to be a jerk when they try to ask those questions, but that's what I've been trying to teach people is like everybody's transition is different, and some people, they might need bottom surgery, some people might need top surgery, some people might only need HRT. Like me right now, like I'm pretty satisfied with what I've been doing with my transition. now, so I'm kind of just rocking HRT, and then maybe in a couple of years I might think about other things, but like I've been feeling great on HRT. Estrogens, like I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So funny. I like went to go and hang out with my ex like a couple of like we're just friends now, but like I went to hang off my ex about a week ago, and I took off my like shirt. She's like, "Oh my god, you have tits." But it's so cool. Like pretty lucky to have a supportive partner. Hmm. What do we got here? What do you think? What do you think of that age when you decide to come out? Oh, you're not late at all. I was 24. I was 24 when I started hormones as well. Honestly, it's never too late to transition. Like 100%. Like it's never too late. Like I've talked to people online that have transitioned at like really late in life, like in their like maybe their 60s and stuff, and they're still satisfied. Like it's one of those things that it's like you could wait longer though, and then regret it, or you could just do it because you've been having these thoughts for years on end. And I think I've talked about this in videos before as well. Like if you do go on hormones or like that kind of stuff, and then you decide a couple of months in you this isn't for you, but you're still non-binary or you're still gender fluid, like you still are like a transgender in the trans umbrella. It's like that's not detransitioning, and I feel like a lot of people like to try to spin that to a detransition. It's like no, you just found out that HRT wasn't for you. It doesn't mean you're not trans. And that's a very valid thing. That's what I like to try and tell people as well, like that are like, oh, I just don't want to regret it, like, and then people tell me I told you so, and it's like, fuck them, like those guys suck. Hmm. And everybody came out on their 24th birthday. Yo, yo, 24 club. Anybody else born in 1997? It's my year. 1997. Okay, 17 is not too late. Not too late at all. Don't get me wrong, like I do get it. Like a lot of people do. I think a lot of people are very scared of the voice. Like for example, my voice is low. It's like I don't try to talk feminine. Um, First of all, I just kind of I like the way I talk. Like I'm not into changing the way I talk. Like I've always talked like this. It's kind of like my thing. It's like a way that people know me. Um, but yeah, like I do feel like a lot of people do get scared because they don't want a low voice, so they want to jump on it early. But like in the end, like it's really I don't know. Like you just learn to embrace what you have to. Like and that's what I've been kind of learning over these last couple of months. It's like, yeah, you got to learn how to embrace what you have. Because I used to actually be very dysphoric with my facial hair, but like now it's kind of like, eh, you know what I'm saying? Like now I kind of joke around with it. Like I'll be like, Movember, like I'll be wearing a mask at work, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's November. Oh, you're a '98. Okay, so you're year before me. So you just turned 24 then. Did I always know? Um, did I always know? So I always did have kind of like thoughts, I would say. Like I always did have those kind of like thoughts in my head. Like I would say probably since I was like, 5 or 6 years old. I didn't really know about transgender in general until I got to high school. I had a teacher. I kind of knew about it because I would look it up online and stuff, but then I did have a teacher who, I don't know if you guys know, but Laura Jane Gray, she's in Against Me, punk rock musician. So she came out as transgender back in like I think it was like 2012. I was probably in high school at the time, and our teacher was like kind of teaching us about trans people and stuff because this was before like a lot of people knew about trans people. It wasn't as a big thing. It was kind of just like like it was very rare to see, especially if you weren't around that community, like the LGBT community, which I wasn't. Like I don't really have a lot of LGBT family. Um, so yeah, that was the first time I really learned about like someone that I looked up to transitioning. So that was really inspiring. And then yeah, like I would say since then, so I think it was about 9 years. That's what I was like debating about like transitioning and stuff. And I was in a serious relationship for 4 of those as well. And I did experiment with some stuff during then as well because my partner was very supportive of that stuff. Just ended up not working out in the end because just like her sexual orientation didn't really line up with my gender identity, which is 100% valid. Like like honestly, it's very hard for someone to stick with someone who is transitioning. Like it is a big thing. Like and so I'm just thankful that we're still friends and we still chill and stuff and hang out, like talk all the time. Like I was texting her this morning. um, yeah. You want to make your voice deeper? Hello, how's it going? Honestly, like that would be dope. I'd be down with that. Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, that's actually a really interesting thing. Like, because that is the main thing that I do find with when I talk to a lot of trans people is, especially AMAB trans people, is their voice. A lot of them don't like their voice. I do enjoy my voice, like, but I do know a lot of people that, yeah, have kind of thank you who don't like their voice and like they want to get like voice training and stuff, which is totally valid. Like, if you want to do that, like you do you, really. Am I gonna play guitar for you? Oh, I honestly don't really play guitar, but I do have a bass. I do slap some bass. I could hook it up in a sec. Yeah, we could. That's actually a good idea. That's actually a good idea of what I could do. Yeah, I've just been kind of jamming with my own. My band ended up breaking up. Um, yeah, I ended up moving away, and like they were kind of far away, and those guys got pretty busy with work. I'm looking for some bras in a fair town. Oh, what was it like coming out to family? That's a good one. Um, yeah, it was pretty good. They on my dad's side they were very accepting. My dad was pretty accepting. My stepmom was very accepting. I don't think they really got it at the start. They were kind of part of the whole. I think they had the misconception that it's like cookie cutter trans. Like they were very big into like oh, when are you getting surgeries? Oh, do you want to book the surgeries? Like that kind of stuff. Like which is okay. Like I get it. Like a lot of people kind of have that assumption about trans people. But yeah, they did need a little bit of educating, I would say, when it came to like, non-binary trans and that kind of stuff. And then on um, my mom took a little bit to come around, especially when it came to the hormones. I think she just kind of was over worried about it, but I think what a lot of people don't really understand about, like they kind of jump to this, like, when a loved one wants to go on hormones or do like transitioning and stuff, like they kind of jump to like, oh, that just sounds dangerous, like are you sure, like I just don't want you to regret anything. And it's like, yeah, but you have to look at it from the side of yeah, you could not do this and maybe not have as many health problems and that kind of stuff, but you could also have a crappy mental health, like literally like awful mental health. Like I had really bad mental health before I came out and started hormones and that kind of stuff. And like I feel like that's kind of like a couple of months in, that's when mom kind of realized like, oh wow, like this isn't about like this is about Sam and what Sam wants. And but from now, like everyone's pretty accepting now though, very accepting. I'm pretty lucky to have an accepting family, but they still do need educating that stuff. Like like the pronoun thing is always pretty hard for them, but it doesn't really bother me. Like, I don't really care if, like, family misgenders by accident. I usually just try to use the they them pronouns in like professional life. So like at work they'll use that. A lot of my friends will use they them as well for me. But like I don't get that upset if like a family member uses he him just because they don't know. Hmm. Oh wow. So when you came out, um, it's all about Northern King. Literally though, exactly this. Um, So only your sister-in-law responded, and you have 8 siblings. It's really good about. Hmm. Yeah, I know that would be hard. 8 siblings, holy! Coming out to 8 siblings. Like my brother was very accepting, but he has a bunch of trans friends already. It was kind of funny. Like I came out to him, and he's like, "Oh, you're kind of like late to the party, like you're kind of like." um, When it comes to makeup, I don't like I do usually put on like mascara sometimes. And I do a lot of like what's the word? Like I guess like facial like cleansing, moisturizing, that kind of stuff. And then, yeah, mascara. I don't really wear a full face of makeup a lot. I want to start getting into that though. Like I do have an interest in makeup. I'm just like really bad at it. Like my friend would do my makeup sometimes like for me, and like I always loved it. Like I loved it. I just that is something that I do want to get into, and I know like work they don't care at all, right? They'd probably they'd be super excited. They'd be like, "Oh my God, Sam, like you look so good." Like, so that is something I want to get into though. Um, but I don't really know much about makeup, but you gotta practice, right? So that's one of my goals for 2022 to like learn how to do some more makeup stuff because like yeah, like right now it's literally just mascara, sometimes eyeliner, but besides that, like I'm not super good at like crazy stuff. Mm. Oh, I know. Like honestly, dead naming really upsets me. Like I'm very fortunate. Like my name is Sam. Like I was given that name at birth. Like well, Samuel, I guess. But like I don't go by Samuel. I never really have gone by Samuel. And also, it's one of those like word. It's one of those like names as well that it's like if you go to a school, you go to a camp, you go to like work or whatever, and you're like, they're like, oh yeah, like Samuel, even before I came out or whatever, like it's one of those like names that you're always gonna shorten to Sam. Like nobody's gonna say Samuel like 10 times in a day. Like it's just you're just gonna start saying Sam. So I never really had that issue, but like when it comes to yeah dead naming and like that's what I don't understand. It's like people will come out as trans and then people will still dead name them, and it's like would you do that if just someone changed their name legally? Like that's why it's so like ridiculous. I find like I can kind of get around the whole like using the wrong pronouns by accident. I can kind of get around it. Like it still is pretty stupid to me, but like dead naming, like what if someone just changed their name? Like just changed their name and they're not trans. Like you'd use the right name. It's like it's a blatant transphobia by dead naming someone. Or the whole like like my friend John who used to be Brittany, and it's like you don't need to do that. Like you don't need to do that, dude. Like mm, thank you. All right, I got to try some eyeliner then. I got to try that. Hey, glad people are joining. Yeah, we got like 10 viewers here. Cool. Okay. We're having a good discussion. Hopefully you guys are enjoying me talking, just talking, chilling. All us non-binary and trans peeps chilling. Oh, so weird. Going to get so I don't sound. Where are we? We are. So shows family. It's 100%. That's good to hear. Like it's always good to have like one or two family that are like down with it, like that are like and just having like a good support system, because it's sad to say, but there are people in this world that are very ignorant and they won't change. Like I do have some people in my family who still, like will almost like spin it to be like, I don't understand why you chose this life. I don't understand you chose this. And it's like, no, like I didn't choose it. Like nobody would choose to be this. Like nobody would choose to, you know, have have a chance being discriminated against, I guess. But like it's just like yeah, like I have this one family member that every single time I talk to her, like it's always just oh, you need to be careful because some people don't agree with what you're doing, and like they might like they might like be violent towards you because they don't agree with the choice you're making. Like, oh, I don't understand why you chose this life. Like, why do you choose to have a harder life? And it's like, oh my god, person, like what is this? But some people just don't get it, and they don't wanna learn, and that's the main thing. They don't want to educate themselves, and I feel like that's a main thing too. It's just like you don't have to understand it to educate yourself. Mm, okay. Thank you. Okay, what do we got here? Skincare I'm really big into. That is something I do a lot. My friend got me into, well, my ex got me into skincare. She's always been into that. Uh, do the brochures and cool. Okay. Oh, we're talking about like ways to come out. Okay. Okay. I can jump on this. You know what I'm saying? I can jump on this, guys. Um, yeah, like when I came out, I straight up told my parents. I first talked to my dad and my stepmom. They were pretty accepting. I also was, 24 years old. It's like I don't think you're gonna really fight someone on that, like unless you're blatantly transphobic. Obviously, when you're a little younger, people might not take you seriously, but but I feel like the brochure kind of or the letter idea was actually a good idea. That also you can give some like education as well. Um, because in the end, like I don't know, like I feel like it's always hard for the first couple of days or like weeks for like parents and stuff, but people get around to it. It's one of those things like if you want to have your kid in your life, like you gotta get with the flow. You gotta get with the system. What do we got? Your dad trying to bargain with him in front. That's annoying. Why do people do this? I don't know. Like some people, I feel like they just they don't understand the main concept of what the pronouns are used for. It's basically to validate your gender identity in any way that you think. Like that's what I look at it as. And just I think a lot of people just kind of think like they'll be like, oh, you use they them, but you're a boy though. It's like they just like don't really take into the gender identity. Like, oh yeah, that's annoying that you do something wrong and they'll misgender you or like don't do what they say. Like that's ridiculous. Like who would say that? Hey, welcome back to the convo. We're just chilling. Guess I don't need these. I don't know why I was wearing them. Oh my god. Oh, that's a good one. That's something that really pisses me off is when people do this thing where like, and that has happened to me too. That has happened to me too. Oh yeah, you guys probably expect because I am very masculine the way I talk, and I do wear a lot of masculine clothes as well. But people love to do this like try to like be like, oh well, are you sure you're just not super feminine? Like I just like you don't do a lot of like things that girls do, so it's just like I just don't understand why you'd want to transit. It's like like why do we have to gender things? Like literally like why do we have to gender things? Oh, thank you. Now I'm gonna have to play with my hair for a couple minutes because someone commented on it. uh, uh, it was so feminine. Oh yeah, I guess it would be considered like a choice to be yourself, but you've always felt like that, and that's what I was kind of like saying. I guess like it is. I guess it is like you are choosing to do these things, but it's more to live your true self and not face the consequences of not doing those things because like I was in a pretty low state for the last couple of years honestly, like I had like no appetite. Like it was pretty bad. Like that's why yeah. Like hair's looking good today. It's from all the snow. From all the snow. Getting it wet and then it dried kind of curly-ishy or wavy. Uh yeah. I don't know. Some people just are just dicks. mm. Speaking of the devil, that was my ex. Saying, "Yo, what's up?" Yeah, I'm hanging out with my homies. That's what we're doing. Yeah, like it's very difficult when people just don't want to learn, and like I just feel like that's like a lot of issues nowadays with like people coming out as non-binary and being scared to do that. It's just like I don't know, like, and also just like a lot of people like they have this thing where like they just kind of treat it like a joke too, and I don't know, like it's almost like the whole like trans trender thing. Like, oh my god, drives me nuts. Uh, is there the thing? Just don't like I know like it's oh my gosh people that just like don't think that non-binary is a thing. It's like why do you not think it's a thing? Like it's obviously a thing because there's so many people that identify as non-binary, and it can be kind of difficult. Thank you. 2 a.m. Whoa. Whoa, you're up late. It's like 3:30 here. 3:24? Oh, 3:24. Yeah, it's same time as me. Eastern time. Represent Eastern. Oh, it's Tuesday. Oh, shoot. She's like, yeah, it is Monday here. That is interesting. Wow, you're like, oh, like, what? Since me, choose. That's good to hear. Honestly, it's that's one of the things that I've kind of struggled with as well is like the dating game when you're non-binary. Um, I like yeah, I've talked to a couple of people, but overall it has been kind of difficult like finding connections with people Just because I feel like a lot of people are very hesitant to get in a relationship with someone that's non-binary, unless you're like already part of the queer community and you're like aware of non-binary people. But so like like I'll talk to girls and stuff on like Tinder, and then I'll tell them I'm non-binary, or like they'll see in my profile I'm non-binary, and they'll kind of almost just like walk around on eggshells around me because they don't want to upset me if they say anything wrong. And it's like, yo, like honestly, all I really care about is like validation. Like that's all that matters. Like if you use the wrong pronoun, it's not a big deal for me. For some people, obviously, it is like more of a serious thing, but for me, I'm just kind of living. I'm kind of just vibing, kind of just vibing. uh, New Zealand. Ooh, Eastern Gang. Yeah. 2025. 20. So that's like late at night for you guys. Yeah, honestly, it is crazy that everybody's in like a different. Yo, everybody's in like a different area. Like this is nuts. That's what I like. That's why I find it kind of interesting. Like like talking to everyone's experiences in different countries, because like different countries have way different experiences for like non-binary and trans people. Like I'm super fortunate to live in Canada. Like I would never talk crap about Canada. Like I don't know if you guys know, but like, we've had a lot of like lockdowns and stuff. But in the end, still happy to be in Canada. New Zealand, wow, that's so cool. I always wanted to go there. New Zealand. I can't believe we've been like chat. We've just been chilling. Barely noon. Yo, everybody's just chilling here. We got all around the world. This is a worldwide chat, guys. Worldwide chat. Yeah, look at you, Tuesday. Wow. Like that is honestly that's pretty crazy. India. Oh wow, really cool. My friend from works in India right now. She's from there. I think North India though. North India. Just visiting family and stuff. Yes, yes, that is a big thing. I think that is still a thing as well. I'm gonna be real. I haven't really donated blood in so long, like so. But yeah, that is a big thing. That is one of the things that is still we're fighting for. Recently, conversion therapy was banned in Canada. I'm not really sure about our laws when it comes to like trans kids and stuff. I'm not really sure about that, but I think it is still pretty good. And then trans sports, I think, is a big thing as well. That's a big thing in North America in general. Trans sports and like athletes and stuff like that. Like that's a big topic nowadays. I'm always seeing stuff about that. South India. Alright, I'll be back in a sec, guys. I'm just gonna go to the washroom real quick. Heck. Germany. Cool. Hey. How's it going? Anybody that's new here? If you haven't checked out my channel yet, feel free. Talking about like non-binary stuff, you know, trans stuff. Hey, people seem to like my videos, so you know. Ooh, UK. My dad used to live in London, England. I would go there a couple of times, go and visit him. Literally though, so dumb. Like, I just don't understand like that concept of not letting people donate blood. It's like, don't you want more blood? Like, don't you want more? Like, we're missing out on so much. Yeah, they're always pushing with the ads and stuff. Like, oh, we need more donators. You know, like especially in Canada, because I'm not really sure, but I think in the States you get paid. Like they'll pay you to do it. But in Canada, it's like you don't get paid, right? So like they're always looking for volunteers and stuff. And yeah, I just find it so strange that they don't allow queer people to donate blood. It's like I don't understand why it's a that's a thing. It's just fear of queer people. We're just so scary. We're just so scary. Support groups. Eh, honestly, I have talked in a couple. I did start one when I lived in London, Ontario. I used to live in London, Ontario. So I started one there, and we met up a couple of times. Um, Overall, I did have a couple of issues with I find some people like to go very in depth about their issues and vent very hard. Um, but overall, like I did find it really nice, like talking to other people that do have kind of like experiences like yours as well. You just gotta find that like right group. Like you gotta find that group that vibes, and like that's the main thing. Trans cells, trans cells. And we got a full on conversation going. Everybody's going hard. Yeah, no, this was fun. Well, totally gonna do this again. Like, gonna be. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I was kind of a little nervous. Kind of a little nervous, you know. Like, cause in the end, like when I first started this channel, like it was really just a thing for me, right? Like I was just doing it to like really track my transition, and then like I got a lot of fans and stuff. So, um, it's like it's really crazy. It's so awesome, and like yeah, like, but I'm very like kind of introverted, I guess. But I am thankful for every single one of you guys. You guys are all awesome. And it's so cool that every one of you guys has a different experience with your transition in general and like just living your true self. So it's really cool. That's why I find it so interesting, like doing these videos, because everybody's transition is different. Do 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 do. Is anyone here from my old channel? I was wanting to know that. Do you guys know my old channel? I used to do like comedy skits and stuff. Hey, how's it going? Okay, they do pay. Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure. I thought that was the thing because I do know a lot of people that like. I went to Florida one time to visit friends, and I remember he was saying one time he was donating blood to get some money. Oh, cool. Good for you. Honestly, yeah, it's good, man. People, we need more blood in this world. We need more blood donated. Oh, so you do know my old channel. Whoa, whoa. Sometimes I watch like videos from there. I'm like, whoa, like, I look so different, so crazy. Even in just 6 months, like I'm like, yo, like I watch those like extras and me being like, yo, thanks for watching the video. Uh, oh, really? That's really cool, honestly. That's really cool. Even before I realized I was non-binary. No way. That's crazy. I think a lot of people also like, they are non-binary. They just don't really know about the community. True scum community. Um, Thank you. Community. I have heard of that term before, but I'm just gonna Google it real quick. Keep this going. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna keep this going because you guys seem to be very interested in just ranting about things, inventing, because that's what I like doing. Oh, the whole belief that you require gender dysphoria to do. Okay, so that's what that means, right? Um, a queer individual that holds the belief that. Oh, okay, so it's someone in the LGBT community that thinks you have to have. Ah, oh, okay. Well, after reading that, now I have thoughts on this community here. How do you say it? True scum? Is that what it is? True scum? How do you say it? But yeah, I just don't get it. Like, wouldn't you want to support other LGBT people? And I don't know, like some people just have this like mindset where it's like LGBT doesn't it doesn't what's the word? It doesn't learn and get more diverse. It just stays the same and like that, we only need the four terms. That's all we need. Like, we don't need these extra terms like and and just like, this like belief that you have to have gender dysphoria to be transgender is like obviously that probably means like oh you have to medically transition to be transgender and like I just don't think that's a valid like because like a lot of people are satisfied with their body but they like using they them pronouns or they like identifying as another gender like and that's their true self and it makes them more confident and like I just understand why people would want to shut people down like that like just because of this little belief that really doesn't even affect them at all. It's like you don't like maybe you're not like maybe it doesn't affect you. Maybe you're not non-binary or maybe you're not like yeah, I guess that is it's kind of people who call other people trans trenders. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Maybe I'm talking about the wrong thing. Maybe this one. Oh no, okay, okay. Yeah, like trans who call yeah, kinds of people call people trans trenders. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, like and it's frustrating too because like even like yeah, I did that neopronouns thing and like nobody uses neopronouns exclusively and like I feel like a lot of those like, oh, I use dolphin self or my pronouns are dolphin like and like it's just people making fun of the non-binary community in general. But yeah, isn't that yeah transmedicalism? I guess it is kind of the same thing. I actually have a video I filmed a couple days ago that's coming out soon about transmedicalism and my thoughts on it. As you guys probably know, I'm against it. But oh, okay, okay, yeah, okay, we're talking the right thing. But yeah, like transmedicalism, like I don't know, like I just don't get why other trans people or other queer people want to shit on other queer people or other trans people. It's like, I don't understand that. Like, why? LGBT is like, it's about living your true self. Like, it's about living, like, doing what you want to do, not based around gender norms or like sexual identity norms, like that kind of stuff. It's like, and then there's these people that try to almost gatekeep people that are in the community, and that's why I'm super against trans medicalism. I think it's a, I think it's, I think it's almost even toxic too. It actually convinces a lot of people to transition just because they want to be taken seriously, and then a lot of people realize that's not what they wanted, and then and then they decide to go off HRT or something like that, and then everybody's calling them a detransitioner. It's like, no, like that just wasn't the path. That wasn't their transition path. Literally. Uh, oh, no way. Theater school? Yo, I know exactly what you're talking about. See, yo, that's so crazy. Oh my god. It's so crazy. Maybe I met you. Okay. We got a bunch of. Um, this is the. What else we gotta talk in here? Uh, externalized shame. Yeah, literally. Um, yeah, it's a good point. I think that, yeah, they would be very insecure as well about themselves. Like, and I feel like that's why a lot of people do kind of go to those beliefs because A, you never know if they're actually closeted trans and they're just like, against that concept and they're just like hiding those feelings away. Or like, yeah, like literally, like I feel like a lot of people that have those kind of beliefs where it's like, oh no, you have to have gender dysphoria to do this. You can't just like identify like that. Like they're actually scared to come out themselves because like they've just been told that so many times. Yeah, it is a very touchy topic. I gotta admit, trans medicalism, just like true scrub people with that like mentality. Really, it's like man. Uh, uh, yes, and that's the thing too. That's actually a good point, Chris. I feel like yeah, I feel like a lot of gatekeeping and transphobia does come from the LGBT community. Like a lot of people who are part of the LGBT community, they almost think that like the non-binary and the multiple and different genders in the gender spectrum is almost like making LGBT not as legit, which is not like it should be more of a no. We figured out more things that people do, like do to express themselves and that kind of stuff, and like we just need to educate people more on that. And I don't know, like some people are just like so set. It's almost like a conservative value. It's like a conservative LGBT. It's like you don't want things to change. It's like the conservative kind of way of thinking where it's like you just want it to stay the same. You don't want to move forward in things. And like that's what I feel like. Yeah, it's almost like a conservative LGBT like way of thinking. Mm, okay. But just so everyone knows, no matter if you're on HRT or you're not on HRT or if you're not getting surgeries, you're getting surgeries, you're valid. You're valid as fuck, if you know what I mean. Honestly, though, doesn't matter what other people think. Of course, there's going to be some people out there that always are like, nope, nope. But like they'll just like try to fight you on everything, but see you later. Thanks so much for chilling. Yeah, it's actually a good point. You can be happy. Mm, I think a lot of kind of. Oh, I appreciate that. Honestly, do appreciate that a lot. Thanks for being inclusive, Sam. Communities like that are important, and they are. They are. Inclusive communities are important, and we are inclusive. We are super inclusive here, you know what I'm saying? Like, you do you. No judging at all is allowed. And if you want to use a new set of pronouns, you want me to try it out on you, like, yo, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I love that stuff. I think it's so interesting. Like, changing up pronouns and, like, that concept in general. Like, I find it interesting. That's why, like, when people are like, oh, it's so stupid, like, oh, she's like, I'm like, man, like, just, you gotta look at it as, like, it's interesting. No worries. Check out a new vid coming soon. Next couple of days. It's the 6 month update, so it's a big one. You know what I mean? It's a big one. Let's see what else we got here. What if? So, mm, gender incongruence. Never heard of that before. I guess yeah, I like it too. I dig it. Yeah. Instead of gender dysphoria, yeah, it does sound a lot less gatekeepy too, which is yeah, it's actually a good point. Kind of phobe. Oh, transphobes. I just can't stand transphobes. Can't do it. It's like, why are you fighting this? You're not trans. All good. Nobody's forcing you to be trans. Nobody's forcing you to date trans people. Like, I get it. There's a couple of TikToks on there of people, like, you know, who obviously are kind of obsessed with the wrong thing. Like, they're like, oh, if you don't date trans people, you're a transphobe. But, like, honestly, most trans people don't have that opinion. Like, I I wouldn't want to date someone that wouldn't be okay with dating a trans person. Like, why would I want it? Why would I want that? And it's just how people are. Like I remember the super straight movement. That was annoying a couple of months ago. When I was like, when, like, why is this a thing? I know. Most people, it's like, yo, you can't knock it till you try it. uh, mm, 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 mm. Oh wow, we got 14 viewers here. Nice. Wow, everybody's chilling. Yeah, that is a thing too. Like people do get offended by the weirdest things, and I think what a lot of people don't talk about is when it comes to people getting offended is actually like cis people who are kind of against trans people. They'll get offended by things um, like I think the whole cisgender thing is so stupid. When people are like, "Oh, why do I have to call myself cisgender?" It's like it's a term to describe someone who aligns with their assigned sex at birth. It's not a diss. It's not a diss. Like. Um, in German, oh, okay. So German, they don't have like a gender neutral pronoun, I guess, right? It's always something, yeah. Like I haven't brought it up before. Like that's something I always forget. Is like, yeah, like in other languages, they don't have the gender neutral terminology, but there are non-binary people that still speak that language. So it's something that language people gotta figure out. You gotta figure out, guys. There's a whole discussion. Oh, so you speak German too? Okay, nice. Such a great language. I used to have a he passed away a couple of years ago, but I had an uncle that was German, uh, and he always would speak German to me, and he had like a very German accent. I always thought it was so interesting. Yeah, the color, yeah, the gender is color thing. I don't know if you guys know, there was a great video, who made it? It was not Corey. Do you guys know, you guys probably know Noah Finance, I think is like he's a trans musician. He's got a YouTube channel as well. Yeah, his boyfriend, not Corey, does a lot of like educational videos, and he did a really good one about the gender spectrum, comparing it to colors and stuff, which was really cool. Totally recommend checking that out if you're interested in that kind of topics. I love that kind of stuff. Like I think it's so cool. Just people that actually who are cis that like look into it and actually research that kind of stuff, and like we need more people like that too. Like because literally though, like you gotta get cis people on board. You gotta hmm. Oh, cool. I'd be interested in seeing that. You should send me that graph. That'd be cool. We hang in. Wow, this is gonna totally happen again, guys, because you guys are all awesome. You guys are all so cool. Everybody's super in on discussions too, which is very interesting. Thought I was the only one that super into genders, because I find it really cool. Like I really do, and like I've even been kind of trying to search into myself more because non-binary is an umbrella term, right? And like there's other genders as well. So I've been trying to find like you know what gender identity I affiliate most with. Like I do like the term non-binary, but I want like a more like another one as well. Something that I can connect with more. So I have been looking into like a bunch of different genders. Like I have a couple of friends that are agender. I have a couple of friends that are gender queer. They use gender queer. Uh, yeah. Side guys. Yeah. Those are the guys. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're doing another live for sure. Don't worry, this is gonna happen again. Um, Even maybe next time. Like I don't have it set up right now. I'd have to boot my computer up again. But next time maybe we can even do some Jackbox if you guys are interested. I love playing Jackbox with people. That's what I used to do on my other channel. Boom boom. Yeah, no, Corey is like probably one of my favorite LGBT YouTubers when it comes to educational videos. He's so awesome. I think he's one of the coolest people ever. One day I'll meet him. One day I'll hopefully meet Noah and Corey, and then I'm like, oh my god, Corey! No, I like Noah too. I love Noah's music. But we are totally, yeah, we're totally doing another live because you guys are really interested, and I love talking to people about like things that with people that are actually educated, that won't just ask like, you don't have to explain the basics first. Like, it's really cool. Really cool. Dee. Yep. Bryn Avery. Bryn Avery, I think that you're talking about. Yeah, they're awesome. They just released a new video, I think. Think about like bottom surgery or something. Really interesting. Yeah, I like their videos. I watch. They're also. I think they watch this channel as well, which is really cool. I think I got a notification a couple months ago that they subscribed to me, and I was like, yo, idol subscribed. Ooh. Over Insta. Let's see. Oh, okay. Here, now I'll do. I might be able to share it. Let's see. On my stream, if you're okay with that. Yeah, no, that's really interesting. I'll just... new saved images. Let's see what I can do here. Let's see if we can. I'm learning how to do this stuff again. This is window capture maybe. Add source. Add new source. Oh, you sent me another one? Oh, cool. Okay. Instagram chats. Okay, cool. Yeah, here I'll see if I can share them with everyone here. Oh, okay. Here's one. Here's one. Yes, yes, we're killing it. We're killing it. So this is the graph that they made here. And then we also got another one as well. If you guys want. Ah, no. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can find the other one here. I think these are really cool, to be honest. It's a very good. Oh, something go around. Is there another one? Let's see. Honestly, you gotta educate people. Literally, it's a good thing. Like you really do gotta educate people, and I feel like it is something that, you know, a lot of people don't like doing, but I think it's important. Like you have to. Oh, is that the wrong one? Yeah, this is it. Okay, so we'll set these up. I don't know how to read graphs. I'm trying to figure it out too right now, so we might need a little explaining. Here, I'm gonna. Hey, how's it going? Alright, so what do we got here? I'm gonna look at these here. Okay. Alright, so it's like that's like so the one on the right? No, the left side of me. What's this? So this is like fluidity. Okay, so like masculinity, feminine, there's a low point, intensity, and then the other one is like a 3D visualization of gender. Okay. Ah, damn. Okay, maybe this won't work. Here. I'll I'll see. Maybe this didn't work, but in the end though, I like these graphs. I think they're really cool. I think that it's a cool way of representing like fluidity and gender. Oh, okay. X, Y, and Z axis. Okay. Interesting. This feels like show and tell. This is like show and tell. These are really cool though. Yeah, no, I will post these maybe on my channel as well after this, so we can take these down though in a sec. channel. Yeah, no, Lynn, you're totally right. I love talking about gender with people who actually get it, that actually want to educate themselves and are interested. Okay. Yes. That's a good point. Okay, now I'm starting to get this. Oh, okay. Visualization of gender. Yeah, no, these are really cool. Honestly, this is a really interesting way of looking at, especially the intensity of how much you feel gender. I never really even thought of it like that because I do have agender friends, and like I want to learn more about that like that experience, but I don't really know much about it, sadly. But it is something I want to learn more about. I like my agender peeps. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Nice. Now, honestly, these are cool. I'll take these down though. But no, they're actually really cool. I gotta admit, these are really cool. I will post those after my stream too, for everyone to check out because they're pretty cool. Gotta admit, pretty cool. Put a lot of research into that too. Yeah, that's a good point actually. Yeah, like I guess like the third gender and everything like that. I know some people like do like thinking like, yeah, the third gender, kind of like a way of non-binary thinking. Like everyone has a different experience, right? So the way that I kind of look at my non-binary kind of like my identity is I'm like almost in the middle of like a male and a female. I'm like an in the middle kind of person. And then some people have the like, oh, I'm not on the spectrum at all. And then some people are like, yeah, like they're like completely outside or like a third gender. Mm. Yeah, I know. Gender, it's just so like so much and it's just like I don't know, like there's so many new experiences coming out like every single day. So, and that's the thing that I feel like a lot of people can't really grasp. Like a lot of people that are like don't get the whole gender spectrum thing. It's like it's a spectrum. Like it's what it is. It's a spectrum. It's the same as like a sexuality. It's a spectrum. You're either on the spectrum, you're not on the spectrum, you're in the middle, like anything. Gender is a fourth dimension. Literally, though, it honestly is. It honestly is. I can relate with that. Androgyne. I've heard of that. Yes, I've heard of that term before. Bigender. Bigender I have heard of as well. I thought that like bigender isn't that kind of like a that's where you identify as two genders, right? It's like almost like I guess you're fluid, but like you do identify with male and female at times. It's not like you're just when more like gender fluid could be like you could be like um, non-binary in male or like non-binary in female or non-binary in like another gender neutral kind of thing. Hey, all good. We're just chatting. We're just chilling. Everyone's still here hanging out. Ding, ding, ding. Kind of want to light a little candle. What do I got here? Ooh. Raspberries and whipped vanilla. Yum. Okay, well this is happening. Cool. Ooh, that smells good. I love candles. That is an obsession I have. All right, let's see what is people saying here. There's some kind of bacteria or something that's. I think like I know there is like I have heard also of people kind of shutting down the whole gender is fluid argument, which that I don't really understand. Like it totally is fluid. Like and like I'll tell you from like even myself like I don't identify as gender fluid, but obviously like like I feel like my gender is fluid. Like some days I want to be like super femme, and then some days I just like I want to be masculine, and it's actually like I want to be masculine. It's not oh I'm just being lazy, like I actually enjoy wearing masculine clothes sometimes too, and yeah, so I totally feel like gender is fluid in general for everyone. Um, it's kind of how it goes. Do you watch? Do I watch TikTok? Oh yeah, I watch a bunch of like non-binary TikToks and like that kind of stuff as well, and it's just like fun TikToks. hmm Wow, man, time goes by fast. We've been talking for 2 hours here. 2 hours here. It's so crazy. Oh, that's right. Literally, yo, that is a fact. Humans are 70% water. Yeah, like I really enjoy like I think it's interesting like gender fluid people. Like I've never really met someone who is gender fluid. Well, I have met people online, I guess, that are gender fluid, but I haven't like really interacted with someone in person like on a daily basis who's gender fluid. So I always thought that would be really cool. Like someone who actually uses different pronouns depending on each day, like which I think is cool. Like I think that's a cool concept. Like that's why that's why I'm always pushing people. Like even at work, I'm like, yeah, if you ever want to try they them pronouns, like let me know. Like yo, we're not trans. Like. I just want to join. I just want to be part of the crew using they them for someone. We just need another they themer at work. Discussing weed. Oh, you were describing weed. Yeah, that's pretty out the screen. The chat's too fast. Yo, you guys are chatting. We're having some good discussions here, guys. Oh, I love this sweater. I'm obsessed. Gotta get another one like this. Cool. Oh. Oh, you gotta walk the dog. Gotta take him on a walk. Your chat's kind of slow. What? What is this? What is this, YouTube? Why are you making slow chats? Alright, I need to lotion on my hands. I'm gonna grab the lotion here. Thank you. Yeah, no, honestly, oh. Yeah, I really like just talking and chilling, which is awesome. And I almost died from candle falling. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. We'll do this again. Like, yeah, I don't know if you hear what I was saying, but like sometimes like live streams, like talking to people, like gives me kind of anxiety. So, but this is totally I faced my fears now. Now we're yeah, is YouTube streaming not that good? Like, I could go on Twitch, right? Like, Twitch is always is Twitch better for like future purposes? Maybe do like YouTube sometimes and then Twitch sometimes. Because I have used Twitch before too. It's okay. Could have been more. More of a. Cool. Toaster. The toaster. Oh, what we got here? Oh. Oh, thank you. Multi. Oh, okay. Like, I'm good with either. Like, it doesn't matter to me. It's all easy. I just use like Streamlabs, so you can just set it up to anything. What's up? What's going? Oh, thank you though, multi-billy toaster. Kind of do this. Thank you. Well, hey, I'm not gonna lie. You just living your true self is the only way. Twitch is stressing me out. Oh, okay. So YouTube. Okay, so YouTube's the go-to. All right, yeah. That's okay. I'm done. Toaster. Toaster, are you from my old channel? Like, I don't know if I've seen that username before. Yeah, we all good? Everyone good? Object esteems. Honestly, though. My name's Hat. Oh, don't worry. Hey, I get nervous with people too, honestly. I am. Like, I get really nervous with people sometimes. Especially like meeting new people and stuff. Like honestly, when I first started at Victoria's Secret Pink, like holy, anxiety was through the roof. But then I just realized it doesn't matter what people think. I don't know. I used to always have this thing where like I always cared what people like. I always like was like overly cared what people thought of me, and it always got to my head. Like even when I first started there, like if I had someone that wouldn't want my help or something like that, I'd be like, oh, like am I even a good team member? Like am I even like worthy to be here? But that's why I do like working there because everybody like really hyped me up. Because I guess you don't get a lot of non like like cisgender women that want to work at a bra shop. So thank you. Thank you. And oh yeah, no worries at all. But yeah, no, I do really appreciate all the comments and thumbs up though. Like I love answering everyone's questions and hearing about people's experiences. I really do. I really do. I find it interesting. Hmm. Yeah, that's what I did too. I just shortened my given name, like my name, basically. Because I always liked being called Sam. Like I never had an issue with it. Like I like having the it's gender neutral, and it's like you know maybe one day I can like in professional settings I can go by Samantha once in a while. Oh, it makes me so just gives me euphoria. Hmm. Oh no, I really appreciate that. Okay. Honestly, yeah, I really do appreciate that. Oh yeah, I know. It's been rough these past couple of years as well. But I really do appreciate that I'm helping people out and stuff. So that's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. Just make sure everyone feels validated, because I know like a lot of people don't really get the validation they deserve. Hmm. Ooh, River. I like that name. That's nice. River. Oh, nice. Oh. Yeah, I know what you're talking about the lunch boxes. So what they are is they're from I don't know if you guys know Kevin Smith. He's like a director. He does what do you call it? He does like movies and stuff. So he did like Clerks 2. What's another one that was really popular? Like Jay and Silent Bob, like that kind of stuff. I don't know if you ever heard of that. It's like kind of like stoner comedy, right? So me and my friend, we went to his pop up fast food restaurant called Moobies, which is like seen in a lot of his movies and stuff. It's called Movies, like moobs. And we got those lunch boxes with our meals and stuff, and I just kept them. I always thought they were really cool. I'm a really big fan of Kevin Smith, because he kind of DIY'd his way into the industry, and like that's what I like about him is like he put his own money in, got his own video camera, made a movie, and then sold it, and then like got all these other gigs and stuff making movies, and like really just did his own thing, and like that's why I always liked him. Kevin Smith. His movies are really funny too. So if you're into like comedy movies, like kind of comedy based around like comic books and nostalgia, but like almost like not like comic books as in like like superheroes and like it's a superhero movie, and more like guys who like comic books that just are like chilling, and they're like Clerks, like this one, yeah, Clerks is really nice. Dogma is really good. Mallrats, it's all like kind of just like you know people that are into like that kind of like anime and comics and that kind of stuff, and like it's about characters like that, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, basically an adult happy meal. Literally though. Uh, oh wow, that's really sad to hear. I'm sorry about that. I'm glad she was very supportive though of your gender identity. Um, like I know even myself, even though me and my ex didn't stay together, like I'm very fortunate to have had her in my life and being able to push me to actually become myself. Not like push, but like like let me become myself. So I'm very thankful for that. And don't get me wrong, some people do get the wrong impression. I think like they'll be like, oh well, like she what like you guys broke up because you're trans. Like oh, it's kind of mean. Like what she didn't accept you, and it's like nah, like it's people have sexual orientations too, and like 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 sometimes it's better just to be friends. And hey, still one of my biggest supports. And I find it very thankful. I'm very thankful for that. Oh, I'm honored. She'd love me so much. Aw, you guys are so nice. I'm gonna get emotional. uh, do we know Kevin Smith? Okay. Alright, not everyone knows Kevin Smith. You guys are so fun. You guys are so like just real. Everybody here is so real. That's what I love about it. It's hard to find real people nowadays. Oh wow, that's rough. Oh my gosh. Gotta fix up the hair. Alright, let's see. What else we got here? Maybe I should check my text messages. See if anyone messaged me. Holy crap. That's crazy. Whoa. Thank you. Thank you. Honestly, that's a really crazy story, honestly. That's like that is. Yeah, it's hard when someone you just meet, or not you just meet, like someone just happens one day. It's really hard. Like, Aww, that made me sad. What? But no, I will remember that though, because yeah, she did help me a lot, and people that help you with your transition and like help you find yourself, like they'll always be important to you. And I feel like that's why we're still pretty close, because you know, obviously when we first broke up, it was kind of a little like it was a little awkward because I was still living there. But once I moved back home, it was started. That's when we started like really building a connection as friends. Did anyone else come out in a relationship? Like anybody else? Kind of. was in a relationship and like did. Yeah, no, for sure. No worries at all. Thanks so much for coming. We're totally going to be doing these more often as well. You guys are all awesome, all valid, super valid, non binary homies, or any gender identity that you are. You're a homie. Hmm. Oh. Take care. Ooh, that candle's awesome. I am loving that smell. Let's see what we got here. Sometimes I like going on Reddit, checking out the Reddits. It was fun. Oh yeah. Hmm. Oh, interesting. And are you guys still to? So you guys are still together, I guess, after 13 years. Fam of Sam. Hmm. Okay. So let's go to. Let's check this out. All right. That's pretty good. That's gonna happen. That's the new thing. Yep, that's the new thing. Sam's fam. We're all, y'all are the fam. It's happening. It's happening. And yep, yep. Sam's fam. Yeah, I love it. I love it. That's perfect. That is perfect. That's good to hear though. You're still together. Really cool. Yeah, I know. Honestly, that's awesome. Uh, and like like if you guys weren't together and you guys are still friends, like it'd still be totally valid too. But that's really low key with Downey. Sam's Family Lamb. What? Yo, these are all good. Why are these all too good, guys? These are all too good. Oh, they're too good. Oh, I burped. Excuse me. Family Lamb. Family Lamb. Oh, wow. Holy. Oh my gosh. I'm kind of drawn between two, if it's like if it would have been easier if I was single to come out, or if it was easier being in a relationship to come out. Because like I don't know, like I just feel like like being single, I guess you're like on your own, right? At least you have like that one support, unless like you're in a relationship where they're not supportive, sadly, and like that does happen. Like that's totally a thing. But I find most people like that if you've already kind of like experimented, like because I was already experimenting at the time, we just kind of we were just kind of figuring it out. Like my ex was like is identifies as bisexual too, so we were trying to figure it out, but in the end just didn't flow, and that's totally okay. Oh, that's really cool. I'm still in touch with their kids and everything. Oh no, you're good. We're just sharing thoughts here. We're just having a discussion. Yeah. No, I get it. It's hard. Like honestly, it is. Like it's really hard losing a loved one. honestly. It's it's a difficult thing, and it just happens out of nowhere most of the time, which is really really difficult. But we'll try and bring some smiles back. We'll just you guys got any questions for me? Like I don't know about maybe like anything like HRT or anything like that or work. Yeah, I get it. It's like it's interesting. Like even with Victoria's Secret back in the day, like they've been called like transphobic and stuff. So I've had a lot of people ask me about that kind of stuff too. Like oh like well Victoria's Secret was transphobic in the past. Like do you think it still is? And like no like I feel like they've really changed like their whole entire perspective on gender identity. We're very inclusive. And we have a bunch of trans people that do shop at the store, like, yeah. Uh, Gonna build a snow person later? I don't know. It's pretty intense out there. I think it stopped. Yeah, it's stopped now, so it's not super crazy. But it was like, man, it was probably I would say probably 2 to 3 feet probably. Like it was a lot. Yeah, yeah, like it was probably like I would say 2.5 feet for sure. It was pretty intense, but it stopped now, so hopefully we chill. Hopefully hopefully we'll chill out for a bit. It's supposed to get a little warmer too in the next couple of days, so I feel like it'll melt mostly. Oh, do trans people gravitate towards you more to help them in the store? Yes, that's a good. Yeah, it's a good question. Yeah, they do. I have seen that a lot. Um, yeah, like usually, they are a lot. You can tell they almost feel a lot more safer too when they see me, which is like, which I really enjoy too. Which I like. Yeah, I love. Like, um, because those like I don't know like bra shops like like you usually only see girls working at them and even though like most places are very inclusive, especially even like big cities and stuff, it still can be like overwhelming. But like yeah, like once they see me, like they feel a lot more comfortable because they're like, oh okay, like this store is for me too, and like I don't know, because like I have those thoughts too. Like am I do I belong here? Like is this right? But like I feel like yeah, I feel like I do validate them and like that. It's like no, the store's for you too. Like it's not just it's for it's for everyone. Like it's for people that have boobs and people that like bras, people like panties. So gender on that. And guys, we got some awesome new panties in. We got some cool styles. It's so cool seeing all the new ones as they come in. Uh, oh yeah, it's. I think it's really cool that you know I do bring a different vibe to the store, which is and that's kind of like that's how I keep it going there too, because like honestly like when people do refuse my service when I first started working there really like kind of shot my it kind of shot like my motive not my motivation but like I guess my confidence so you know but as I started working there more and like trans people would come to the store and I got really good at selling like the beauty products and that kind of stuff like I realized I was a strong asset to the store, which is awesome. Oh, okay, really cool. It feels cool, like really cold. The longer it's on your skin, the more it starts. What's snow like? Oh, you've actually never seen snow before. Oh, wow. Holy. Yeah, it sucks. No, I'm just kidding. I don't mind it, but like it's not my favorite thing. I'm not a huge winter person. I do get like I guess seasonal depression from like cold and stuff like that. No, like yeah, I find the winter months are a lot harder than the summer months for sure. Mm, it's really. Yeah, honestly, it's something that I feel like I want to try and do for Pride Month. Is be very big about like yeah we are like trans inclusive, LGBT inclusive, because Pink in general, like if you go on their like Victoria's Secret Pink, if you go on their Instagram, like all their social medias, they're very big into like mental health, LGBT rights, trans rights. Like they're very big into that with all the stuff they share. So I do feel like it would be a really good asset to have, like saying that they are like trans and LGBT inclusive as well, because in the end, like it's one of those things that like yeah, like what I was saying is like even even if like they're gonna say like they are 100% trans inclusive, that kind of stuff, it's like having that sign to actually like make it known, like it does help a lot of people, because a lot of people are scared to go in the store, like they're like thinking they're gonna be judged or something, or be told like, oh no, the men's section's over there, and it's like like yeah, but yeah, that's why I try to even like use gender neutral language, like like no, we're like, even people will be like, oh yeah, like like some people like just customers being nice and stuff, like they're just like curious, like, oh, why do you work here, like being nice, but like they'll be like, oh, like why do you like do you find it awkward working at a women's clothing store? And it's like, well, this isn't women's clothing, it's technically gender neutral because you can wear whatever you want. Like such. Mm, South India. Like snow is fine. I find snow is fine if you're not like, really where it sucks is driving, because you gotta like shovel your whole entire driveway, then you gotta like turn on your car half the time, like it won't turn on if you have like an older car, like I have a Jeep, and sometimes it just like won't turn on in the cold weather, and you're like, ah, man, come on. Like and then yeah, you have to like get all the snow off your car, like that's where I find snow gets annoying. There are good things about snow though. Like I do like like tobogganing and like sledding. Like that stuff is awesome. And then if you were into like skiing or snowboarding, like that's another thing too. I'm not into that, but and then also skating as well, because I did play hockey for 10 years, so I do like skating. Mm. But it can get cold. Like I think, yeah, black ice is really terrifying as well. I almost slipped this morning on black ice. Yeah, like boots are a must. Like when there's snow. Never mind, I hate that feeling. Yeah, it's not that good. Honestly, snow, it's not that good. It's not that great. Unless you're into like winter sports, it's kind of a little bit like, yeah, do I really want to deal with all this BS? Like, hey, how's it going? Welcome. We're all chilling here. We're just talking about stuff, hanging out. Feel free to ask me any questions or anything, or just about anything. Yeah, exactly. That is so. Yeah, it's fun when you're a kid, but and you don't care. But yeah, when you grow up, it sucks. Yep, exactly. Yeah, the blizzards are pretty. Yeah, like I've driven in a couple of like snowstorms too, and like it's pretty intense. When I used to play in like bands and stuff before COVID, like yeah, I was usually the designated driver, so like yeah, I was always driving in snowstorms, and it was sometimes a little scary, but we made it. Oh, I feel like you might like it at 16. You might like snow at 16, and then once you turn like 21, you're like, nope, not down with this anymore. That is good. We got like a mix of like young kind of youth people, and then we got like people in their mid 20s, and then people even in their 30s as well. So we got like a good and 40s. You never know. Like we got a good like demographic for this channel. We got to hit everywhere you know because in the end, like I feel like even the older non-binary people like they're super valid. Like that's like the game changers really. Like that's like because usually like you usually had to live like a fake life for a long time just because it wasn't as accepting and stuff. So I really do salute anyone that's like you know middle aged or like older that is non-binary and like an experiences like has a gender identity like experience. Like yeah, like I think it's so cool, so interesting. She did. Okay. Hmm. All right. What do we got here? Oh, refresh the chat. Sign into chat. Oh. Uh. Down, down, down. You guys are so cool, though. I gotta admit. Oh yeah, no. Older non-binary people are so cool. I think they're the coolest people on this earth. And it also validates that like because I know a lot of people have this assumption that like oh non-binary trans like it's just a new thing like like if it was a real thing we'd have so many non-binary like people in their 60s and like it's like but like in the end we do it's just like they just they just might not be as vocal about it and also I still think a lot of people that are of like in their like in older ages like that like they still won't come out because they don't think it's socially acceptable for like an older person to come out which because they think like oh like I don't know if I can connect with this younger non-binary community but it's like nah like you're like an inspiration like you're like a hero. Yeah, no, honestly it's a really good question like yeah like high school was hard for me too like because I was obviously closeted and it was a hard time for me for sure. School in general was like like and like yeah you're around my age so you grew up around the same time as me or it was like like everything was gendered. Oh man like that was like that's all what school was like you line up with your gender like gym classes are based around genders for some reason like which I think is ridiculous. Like, I'm sorry, like I don't understand why 12 like 8-year-olds can't play with the other opposite gender. Like, there's no advantage there when you're 8. Like, School was pretty hard, I gotta admit. College was I was still closeted in college, but it was a lot easier, I found, because I did connect with the LGBT community when I was in college. So I was like basically I guess queer, like so I did have a lot of like queer friends and stuff like that. I wasn't out as trans yet, but I did connect with that community. Like when I was in high school, I didn't really have that community, even though like I have a couple of friends that ended up coming out as non-binary or queer like after school, and I'm like, could have came out a little earlier so we would have like a crew. Like, but I do see a lot of stuff that what they're doing with schools nowadays to help out with gender neutral, gender non-conforming, and like non-binary people, which is I think it's really cool. Like I think like yeah, the unisex washrooms is pretty cool. And just kind of like teachers now understanding pronouns and stuff and actually practicing it, because we have teachers that are non-binary now that are in their 20s and like they're teaching, so like they're going to teach that to students and stuff about being non-binary, and I think that's really important. Teach them young, teach it teach them young. And like I know some people have this fear, well, oh, you teach them too young, all these kids are going to think they're trans, and it's like no, like I really don't think like it goes back to the same point about like someone who's not trans, let's say they're AMAB and they throw a dress on, it's like it's not gonna be a, oh, this is all fun and games, it's gonna be a, yeah, okay, you got the funny picture, let's take this off now, and like kind of goes with that. Like it's like yeah, there's no harm in teaching kids about gender and stuff like that. Yeah, really. Yeah, no, honestly, really good points, Chris. Yeah, yeah, but HIV, STI prevention, 100%. That stigma's still around. That it's like the gay disease when it's not. Like it's ridiculous. But yeah, there totally needs more education about that, because yeah, a lot of people do just jump to, oh no, like that's just a thing. Like like the gay guys that don't wear condoms. Like it's like no, it's not. It's not it. That's not it. It can affect everyone. Um, and then yeah, communicating consent for sure. For sure, that's a really big one as well. Um, yeah, like honestly, communicating consent. Like I'm a very big believer in consent, to the point where like and I get it. Like some people kind of think like, oh well, consenting, like wouldn't that just like kill the vibe? It's like no, it doesn't kill the vibe. It's one little thing. Like you just go with the flow, and then it's like, hey, real talk right now. Like you're okay with this, right? Yeah, okay, dope. like that's it. Just like and oh yeah, pornography and like yeah, rape culture, 100%. Oh my god, 100%. For sure. Yeah, those are super important. And also I think like with pornography, kind of like almost just like sex work and stuff, like teaching kids about that where it's not a bad thing. Because I'm very pro sex work, like like I have a lot of friends that do that stuff and make content, and like I think it's awesome. Like I think it's a great way to boost your confidence as well. And I feel like a lot of people are kind of missing out on that world just because they're under the stigma where it's like you're almost, it's not good to go into that. Like that's bad. Like that's you failed at life. And it's like no, like it's a great career path and great way to yeah, build your confidence, honestly. Mm. Yeah, I know. Because the issue is with schooling and stuff is, it is liberal versus conservative. Like liberals obviously want that, and conservatives obviously don't, because they think that teaching kids stuff like that young will corrupt them and want them to become LG. Then they'll like want to become LGBTQ and they're not, and it's like maybe they just are. It's like I don't know, like people just it's like people know they're trans from a young age. People know they're different from a young age, and like just teaching kids that it's okay to be different. Like I don't understand why that's such a big deal. Really does upset me because like I do have family and friends that are against that, and it's just kind of like why don't you walk in their shoes? Like sorry, like you're not gonna let your like it's sad to say, but like you catch your kid like mutilating themselves, and like somehow like not letting them transition is better than actually letting them transition or living their own life. Like spread the gay. Literally though, literally. I don't know, like people just think like there was even that big thing about rapid onset gender dysphoria, and it's like my god, like why do you guys just don't give up? Like they just don't give up. Like it's just constant like crap. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Yeah. If you don't know what rapid onset gender dysphoria is, it's basically the concept where um, it's very people like to use female to male a lot with it. It's the concept where a group of friends will all transition together because they convinced each other to transition when in the end only one of them is trans, which is ridiculous because like my main thing that I it's just like most LGBT kids will connect together just because they know they're different, and you know I feel like a lot of people don't take that consideration. It's like sure maybe one kid might overthink their gender identity, but doesn't mean they're not like trans, like. And yeah, it's a big thing, the rapid onset gender dysphoria. Yeah. And that is where like I find like even with me, like I'll meet people and they'll be like, "Oh, I'm not dissing you, and you're an adult. Like you're an adult, you can do whatever you want. You transitioned as adult age." Just like I don't get this thing about the kids nowadays, like what? And it's like, guys, like you don't understand, like with like what it is nowadays. It's like I'd rather see kids transition to be happy than live like a very very depressed life and like never really be able to find themselves until like later in life when maybe it might be too late. Like you never know. Yeah, the trans thing. Interesting. Yeah, I guess that was like a different time. Like, yeah, teachers just didn't. I think teachers have become a little bit more woke just because there are a lot more younger teachers nowadays. But like, yeah, when I was in high school and stuff, like, yeah, there was no talk of like gender neutral pronouns and everything like that. Like, we didn't have that at all. Like, transgender, the only time was ever brought up with oh sorry, just give me a sec. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, my stepmom was asking if I wanted to throw a pizza in later. I'm like, all right. Hello. Hey. Oh yeah, like honestly, I would say the last like couple of years have really been a game changer for like gender neutral and gender non-conforming and just like yeah, the trans umbrella in general. A lot more people are starting to show interest in stuff and actually educating themselves too. Because like I don't know. I just find it interesting. I'm like, why don't you find it interesting? Like, gender neutral. It's so cool. Like, it's such a cool concept. But some people are like, yeah, it's not true. And I'm like, yeah, it is. Yeah. All right. Mom's. Yeah, no, that's really awesome to hear, Chris. Really awesome. Daycare worker too. So is is she like so would that be like young kids like in their like like 6 7 years old or like even younger? Yeah, that's. Oh yeah, like I totally agree with that. Yeah, two of my coworkers say they don't have an issue with trans people and they call me man and bro. Yeah, like some people, I think they're just not like they just, but like yeah, like they're just kind of almost like they don't really understand like that those terms are gendered. I even try to work on that as well. Like I do use bro a lot when talking, and I feel bad sometimes if I do like make someone feel not affirmed. Oh, that's good to hear that your younger sister is very supportive. I find like yeah, like I find just like youth is just they love it. Like my niece for example, she's 13 now and she yeah, like yeah, like what do you call it? My niece though is like what do you call it? She's very supportive of like my transition and like yeah, she's like 13 maybe. So like I feel like yeah, like younger kids are really even just learning from like the internet about like gender identities and stuff. It's really cool to see, and I feel like yeah, I feel like we even connect on a more deeper level now. Like he'll tell me other things and stuff. And, like she was questioning her sexuality for a bit, and I was like, yeah, no, you can do whatever you want. Yeah, do you literally? Oh, okay, okay. So like yeah, younger kids though. That's still really cool. And like that's the thing, like it's even like that's why I don't understand people that are like so against like, kids like socially transitioning. It's like, oh, you're gonna like mess them up. It's like, no, you just let them be themselves. That's it. Like it's just about letting them be themselves. Oh do 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 do. Wow, even man, you guys are still chilling. This is awesome. This is so awesome. You guys are so great. Uh, all right. All right. Well, I'm probably gonna head out though. We've been online for literally literally 3 hours now, but we'll totally be doing this again. Hopefully soon. I'll set up again because you guys seem to really enjoy this. If you got any ideas for any kind of discussions or anything, let me know for sure. Totally am interested in like yeah, like topics and stuff for these as well. Like we can talk about other stuff as well if you guys want. Like you know, hopefully learn more about everyone's identities as well, so I can learn more about that because you guys know me. I find that so interesting. Everybody's got their own experiences. yeah. But besides that, yeah, literally, y'all are valid. Y'all are so validated. Love you all. You know, you're whatever gender identity you are. No matter what anyone says, you got my validation. You got the Sam Downey validation. That's all that matters. Let's be real. No. I will catch you guys later, and I hope you all have a great night or morning or whatever time it is. Cause yeah, it's evening for me, but hopefully you have a great night.